我命令全军各级要强化练兵备战鲜明导向，坚定不移把军事训练摆在战略位置，作为中心工作，抓住不放，抓出成效。要坚持领导带头，以上率下，坚持实战实训，连战连训，坚持按纲施训，从严治训。
Shalom, Yashar Allah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to you, hopeful Lekdakim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, this is War Watch. Hey, man, this is just another series of drills and war tension escalations over there in the Chinese and Taiwan situation. Because there's a new president that just got sworn in, and China is flexing on him, doing this massive exercise, because at the same time, the United States did a joint exercise. It was the joint exercise, Joint exercise, Joint Sword 2024A. You know, so this is talking about, their responses, because they understand that these things are going to happen eventually. Taiwan is an ally of the United States, which is an enemy when World War III breaks out of China. You know, and Taiwan's a small island, man. It's not going to be a fight. You know, all they do is got to do a siege, you know, encircle the island, just like this picture that you can see. They put up a blockade. So there's nothing that can come in, you know, and they can really stop anything. And if the United States gets involved, you already know who else is going to get involved. Another war in the Pacific. Hey, man, I'm just going to read these articles, get to the scriptures, because, hey, man, this is something that you have to be aware of, and that is happening right now as tensions escalate, even in the so-called Middle East, with the death of the Iranian president. You know, so this is major news and escalations going on around the world. This is China preparing to invade Taiwan? That's a question. Yes, they are. You know, and they don't even have to invade them. They can just do a siege, like I said. This is the drills are taking place in the Taiwan Strait, the north, south, and east of Taiwan, as well as areas around the Taipei-administered islands of Kinmen, Matsu, Wiki, and Dongin, whatever that is those islands right here, this section right here. Boom. That's what they leave open. Going back to it. The exercises involve live ammunition and multiple strike positions, with Chinese military deploying its Army, Navy, Air Force, and rocket force. And as you can see, man, The U.S. military doesn't move like that. The U.S. doesn't push its patriotic type spirit anymore because they purposely do that to weaken the fighting spirit of the American so-called here in Babylon the Great, you know, because they're gonna lose. But China's putting that war spirit looking tough, but at the end of the day, the Babylonian army and Esau does have the most war experience. As a superpower, so-called, China is a fairly new country being a superpower. So they haven't been tested in a major war, not to, but they are going to, be part of the winning side only because their allies, Russia, Iran, Russia mainly being a guard unto them, but Iran, as well as North Korea. So these are all big, heavy players that are going to ultimately take down the world powers that be right now, being the Western powers. This is Taiwan has responded by dispatching ground, sea, and air forces to monitor the situation closely. The drills are seen as a response to recent developments in Taiwan, including the inauguration of a new president. The UN has called for all sides to avoid escalation, while the US, Taiwan's strongest ally and military backer, has strongly urged China to act with restraint. China has described the drills as testing the ability to seize power over the self-ruled island, and they consider um, Taiwan a separatist, which meaning they have no sovereignty. They should be really, you know, a part of China. And I'm going to read a section of this article. And like I said, I'll get the scriptures to Salakio. But this is these drills follow the inauguration of Taiwan's new president, Lai Ching-te, who Beijing views as a staunch advocate of the island's sovereignty. China's defense ministry has warned that Lai is pushing Taiwan into, quote, a dangerous situation of war. And this is the first time that they're actually using that term war and all out like it's going to happen. There was another article that I saw. That's why they're pulling that quote, because now they're talking straight war and was playing with fire. They added, those who play with fire will burn themselves. Whenever Taiwan's independence forces provoke us, we will push our countermeasures forward until the complete reunification of the motherland is achieved, being them having control over Taiwan, because the main reason they want control over Taiwan is one of the only few places in the world that can make semiconductor computer chips that control the most powerful technologies around the world, you know. So to get the scriptures to back up what's going on right now, ultimately Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is going to take all these heathens out of power. Yahweh Shai is going to come down and, set up the elect, because Moab, all these other nations, these heathens have had their place and rule here on this earth. While Jake is out here stranded on the street, all cracked out, man, looking sad. As you know, our people are lost as a whole, but there's that remnant that's going to come right. But this is going into, how Moab has always been, good. This is Jeremiah 48 and 11. Moab being the so-called Chinese, North Koreans, Taiwan, they're all the same people. Moab hath been at ease from his youth, and he hath settled on his lees, and hath not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity except under King David. Therefore, his taste remained in him, and his scent is not changed. Meaning, all the way back, the so-called Chinese can go back to the Z dynasty, the Dang dynasty, the Ding Dong dynasty, whatever fuck the Ling Chao dynasty, whatever it is, they have those relics, the terracotta soldiers. They've been an ancient superpower and an ancient landmass for the longest, undisturbed, having all their ancient relics. And Esau hasn't really fucked with them. Verse 12. He has his power over there, but Moab has their own elite families as well. Verse 12, therefore, behold, the days come. This is a future prophecy, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send unto him wanderers, that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels and break their bottles, which means they're going to get robbed from their riches. Ultimately, that's going to come through the way of all-out war around the world, the transfer of, the monies to a central bank digital currencies being the charagma, because even though China has a lot of gold, they have a lot of resources, the only currency is going to be the charagma. So in a way, they're going to be emptied of their vessels because they're going to have to transfer over to the beast MOTB system, you know, being the ultimate way that they're going to be losing their sovereignty, you know, in a way that Yahweh Shai is not taking them out, because these nations worldwide have to implement that beast system. And China being one of the number one, as you can say, police states in monitoring their citizens. This is Jeremiah 48:15. Moab is spoiled and gone up out of her cities, and his chosen young men are gone down to the slaughter. As you can see, they had a bunch of soldiers, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Verse 16, the calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteneth fast. Because even though Moab thinks that he got next in this next section of the New World Order, man, they're not expecting Yahweh Shai to crack those clouds and take him out of power, man. That's his affliction coming. Not to mention the elect King David going down and wrecking shop here on earth, man, righteously. Verse 17, all ye that are about him, bemoan him, and all ye that know his name, say, how is the strong staff broken, and the beautiful rod? So that's because they are a strong superpower in the world. It's a strong staff. This is not a little country like a Sweden, not a little country like Ethiopia over there. No, this is a superpower, man. So hey, this is all coming into fruition. And this is just another update on that. So I know a little long-winded, but if brothers haven't heard about this, know that this is a major escalation over there in the war in the Pacific. The coming war in the Pacific, and this is all according to prophecy, because Moab has to be in a position, and he's a key player in, not a key player, but he's just, part of the massive armies that's going to be gathered over there in the Middle East as well. As you can see, all those soldiers, man. Hey, the elect got to have a lot of targets. There's a lot of elect that are going to be going around like lightning bolts. We're going to need a lot of targets, man. So call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's getting these nations as strong as they are, man, because he's just going to make this fight more interesting when Yahweh Shai cracks those clouds and gets his first, man. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying to the elect, I'd like to give off praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to Yehovah Leta'akim, out there laboring, that are pushing His word in truth and in sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. To you I say shalom. Till next time, Lord willing.